Now let's do a few examples of calculations for mergers and acquisitions. So the first case we're going to look at is it says the value of company T is 40 million and company A is 200 million. If you join together, they would be worth 300. What are the synergies of the deal? So this one is relatively straightforward, but it introduces an interesting concept. So the value of the merged firm is going to be the value of the buyer plus the value of the target plus synergies. So they've given us everything here that we need. The value of the merged firm is 300. The value of the buyer, we don't really know who the buyer is. Let's just say the 200 million is the buyer, they're larger, and the target is 40 million. And then synergies is the variable. So it's easy to see that synergies are $60 million. Now the concept that it introduces is what's the value of the buyer what's the value of the target to the buyer. So if we assumed in this case that this is the target, company T, then the value of the target to the buyer is equal to the current share price plus the synergies. So if we say the current share price of the target was 40 million, you could buy them at that price. But there's synergies of 60 million, which we calculated. Then 100 million is the value of this target to the buyer. So another way of saying this is company A could pay up to $100 million for company T, and it would still be a profitable merger. At 100 million, they break even. But if they paid more than that, then it wouldn't be profitable anymore because they're not getting the synergies. Another synergy calculation here is one where they said, okay, two companies have merged and they're going to be cutting after-tax expenses by $1.5 million per year. And the savings will grow at 4% a year. What's the value of the synergies if the cost of capital is 12%? Now, in this case, what this is it's a growing perpetuity. So we're just going to plug it into that formula. Okay, so the value of the synergy is going to be the after-tax savings divided by R minus G. So the savings are 1.5 million divided by R, which is the cost of capital of 12%, minus the annual growth rate of 4. So it works out to $18.75 million. Okay, so those are two examples of how you calculate synergies. And the more important concept here is this value of the target to the buyer, because what that gives you is the maximum price that you can pay.